So today we have a super cool geometrical problem. The given data is that we have four congruent right angle triangles that are arranged in this specific pattern and they are on a straight line. Now from the top corner of this first right angle triangle, you draw a line segment to the top corner of the last right angle triangle such that it intersects the hypotenuse of this third right angle triangle and there forms an angle theta, and we have to find that missing angle. So let us see the solution. How can we solve for this? So first of all, we can see that the only data given in this question is that four congruent right angle triangles. So from the congruent right angle triangles, we can extract that the sides are equal, and right angle triangles we can have that the angles are 90 degree. So first of all, let us mark the 90 degrees and all. So this angle becomes 90 degree and the opposite also 90 degree. Over here also this is 90, that's 90, and over here also that's 90, this 90. Okay. Now let this yellow, that is the shorter length of this right angle triangle, be equals to A. So all this yellow becomes the length A, and A, and the other one let it be equals to B. So the blue ones becomes B. So this is B, this is B. This complete length, that is from this point to this point, is going to be B, and this is also going to be equals to B. Okay. Now second thing what we can observe is that if I will join a straight line from this top corner to that top corner, so what we can observe is that a quadrilateral, three sides are already equal. This is B, this is B, this complete length is B, the base two angles are 90 and 90, and as this top line is also a straight line, this is also 90, that is also 90. So a quadrilateral, three sides is already equal, so the fourth side also become equal to them, and equal side is B, so that is equals to B. So what we have generated over here is a square, and the side of this particular square is equals to B. Okay, now similarly we will do this for this yellow one. From this to that point, a straight line. So this is 90, that is 90, as it is a straight line. Three of its sides is already equals to A, so this also becomes A. So we have another square, side of this square is equals to A. Now from this whole diagram, I am just taking out this two particular square. So this is the bigger square that is having the side equals to B. Okay, and this is the smaller one that is over here, and its side is equals to A. Okay, so this is A, this is A, this is B, this is B, and the top view is also equals to B. Okay, now let us have a focus on these two intersecting lines that give us the angle, particularly that is theta. So that lines are from this corner to this corner. So in this also we will mark that particular line. So let me change the color. So from this corner to this corner we have the first line. Now the second line is from this corner to this corner. So that is from this point to this point, and over there the angle present is going to be equals to theta. Okay, we have to find that missing angle. Now I am just extending this line and intersecting with this line, and they are going to be a straight lines. So first of all, this all angles are 90 degree because these are both perfect squares, and over here also this is equals to 90 degree. Now as all these angles are going to be 90 degree and this length is equals to B, so this length is also equals to B. Some length is already equals to A, so this remaining one is going to be B minus A. Okay, the base is B and A, this is already equals to B, so this remaining is going to be equals to A. So I'm just removing this top one and writing like clearly over here. So B over there, A over here. Okay, now let this particular angle be equals to alpha, and let this particular angle be equals to beta. Okay, so if that is alpha, this is beta. Now look in this particular right angle triangle, this angle is 90 degree, we have considered this angle is beta, so the remaining one is going to be equals to 90 minus beta. Okay, now similarly look in this particular triangle, we have the top angle is equals to alpha, this is already equals to 90, so this missing one is going to be 90 minus alpha. So what we are having is a quadrilateral. This particular quadrilateral, that's not any kind of specifications, it's just a quadrilateral, that is this and this. In that quadrilateral we have one of its angle equals to 90 minus beta, one of the angle is equals to 90, one of the angle is theta that we have to find, and one of the angle is 90 minus alpha, and sum of all the angles of a quadrilateral is equals to 360 degree. The quadrilateral I am talking about is looking like this way. This 90 degree, let it be clear, yes. So like this, and this and this. Okay, we have this angle as theta, this angle as 90, we have generated this as 90 minus beta, and generated this as 90 minus alpha. Okay, now if we will simplify this particular equation, we will get that theta is equals to 180 minus alpha plus beta. Okay, now what we have to find is theta, so that is equals to 180 minus alpha plus beta. So in order to find the theta, we have to just have a value of alpha plus beta, or alpha and beta separately and add it together. It's better to have the value of alpha plus beta, because when we can have a perfect value for alpha and beta when the sides were defined, these triangle sides were defined. They are just kind of a special case. Sides can vary. So there must be a perfect value for alpha plus beta. Rather than a perfect value for alpha and beta, we must be having a value for alpha plus beta. And we can easily find that also. So now we don't know the value of alpha plus beta. So let alpha plus beta is equals to k. Okay. Now we will take tan on both the sides, that is tangent. So tangent of alpha plus beta is equals to tangent of k. So tan of k. Okay. Now we can open this up with the identity that tan of alpha plus beta is equals to tan of alpha plus tan of beta upon 1 minus tan of, let it be clear, yes. So 1 minus tan of alpha tan of beta, and that is equals to tan of k. Okay. Tan of k. Now from this diagram we can have the value of tan of alpha and tan of beta, because look carefully, in this particular right angle triangle tan of means this angle beta was inscribed, and in that particular right angle triangle the angle alpha was inscribed. So as they were right angle triangles and the angles alpha and beta were in that, so we can find the value of alpha and beta. So the angle alpha is inscribed in this kind of triangle. This angle is over there alpha. This side that is alongside of this alpha is b plus a, and the opposite side is b minus a, and the beta one is like this way. This is the angle beta over there. The adjacent side is b, and the base is equals to, means the opposite side is equals to a. So now we can have the value of tan of alpha, that is perpendicular upon the base, and tan of beta, that is perpendicular upon base. Now as we have seen this right angle triangle and this right angle triangle having the angles alpha and beta, so we can easily have the value of tan of alpha and tan of beta. So we will put that value in this particular LHS. So tan of alpha is having a value that is b minus a upon b plus a, plus tan of beta is having a value that is going to be equals to a upon b, and upon 1 minus tan of alpha is having a value that is b minus a upon b plus a, and tan of beta is having a value that is equals to a upon b, and that is equals to tan of k. Okay. Now we can simplify this by taking the LCM and cross multiplication and opening the brackets. So we will obtain that b square minus ab plus a square upon b into a plus b, that is the numerator part, upon the denominator, that is going to be equals to b square plus ab minus ab plus a square, and its denominator is also going to be equals to b into a plus b, and that is the value of tan of k. Okay. So now we can say that the denominator, this denominator got cancelled out, ab minus ab got cancelled out. So now we can say that in the numerator the only thing left is a square plus b square, and in the denominator we again have a square plus b square. So this both cancel out to give us 1, and that is the value of tan of k. Now at what value the value of tan is equals to 1, that is k is equals to 45 degree. We will not go more than 180. K is equals to 45, give me the value of that is equals to 1. So value of k is equals to 45, and remember that we have considered k as alpha plus beta. So we have the value of alpha plus beta, that is equals to 45. Now we have this particular equation that theta is equals to 180 minus alpha plus beta. Now we have 180 minus 45, that is 135, and that's the answer. That the value of that theta is equals to 135 degree. So what we did is that first of all, from these 4 congruent right angle triangles, we derived these 2 squares. In that 2 squares, first of all, we just joined that particular 2 line segments that were forming the angle theta. Then we mark 2 of its angle alpha and beta, and just sort that this right angle triangle is there and the other right angle triangle is that, and that is giving this angle and that angle as 90 minus alpha, 90 minus beta. That particular quadrilateral I have zoomed out over there. Then we applied the angle sum property. In that we got this particular equation that theta is equals to 180 minus alpha plus beta. Then we can see that the 2 right angle triangles, we can easily have the values of tan of alpha, tan of beta. Then we generated this particular kind of case and equation to get the value of k, that is 45, and we have considered k as alpha plus beta. So we got the value of k, that is 45 degree. Hence we have put that over there to get the value of theta, that's 135 degree. So this was my method to solve this particular question. If you have any other method other than this, you can do comment below, and if it's hard to comment, you can email me, or else you can DM me on my Instagram. The links are in the description.